Here we are at my friend Jeff Miller's sign shop, and he's getting ready to give us a demonstration on how to bend neon tubing, which we've never seen before, but it's going to be pretty cool. And what are you drawing the pattern for? That's what you're going to bend?
Yeah, I'm going to bend. Just white paper. Yeah, we just call it pattern paper. Nothing special.
I asked him a while back how much would it cost to get like a sign made with like Olivia's name or something on it, you know. That'd be kind of cool for maybe like a graduation gift or something. So you got the dimensions set, now you're just freehanding the bend, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I draw a lot on the computer, but gotta do it backwards.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
It should. This is natural gas. So it flows in that pipe, and then this is what I call a manifold. I can shut each one of these fires off independently. I don't use the middle one very often. But the reason that it goes from a small pipe to a big pipe is because it's a reservoir. If the furnace kicks on and the pressure drops a little, then these will go out.
Oh.
This way, I got a little backup, and it's like,
Yeah.
so that's why with the air lines are down there that are big too. So here we go.
That's very cool. Now, what are you doing with, what is that contraption?
It's a cork. I'm wiping the phosphor coating out, because if it's got any of the phosphor, when I weld the glass together, it won't stick.
And what is the air tube?
It's a blow hose, so I can maintain pressure as I bend it.
So you're blowing air in the tube so it doesn't collapse in on itself?
Exactly.
Just like that.
That's called a crossfire. Now I'm going to use, that's a ribbon burner for making radiuses. That does small tight bends and welds, and they use a ribbon burner for big radiuses. Well, there's no way to, I mean, unless I wanted to look like that, I'm going to lay one on top of the other so it looks like it's all single.
Okay. So you're marking.
This is soapstone. The heat doesn't affect it.
Oh. So you can see, you can always see your mark.
See my marks. And then this is a choke so I can adjust the length of the fires. Trying to heat the glass as evenly as possible. That's why I'm rotating it around there.
Yeah, that's amazing. I mean, I'm fascinated by that because, I mean, I would have never known where to make the bends, but you've already marked it.
Well, it takes a lot of just trial and error.
Experience, yeah. I mean, I can appreciate how hard this is.
Yeah, it's funny because Brandon came over here one day and he played for a whole day and he's like, I couldn't even, it took me all day to get 2 or 3 pieces that even were usable. I'm like, yeah, it's not. I said, it's no different than you playing guitar. People can't just pick it up and say, oh, well, I can just play that.
Yeah, that's a good point. So you know already in your mind what you're going for.
Yeah.
To me, there are all these angles and bends and twists. It's like I'm confused, you know.
Well, and a lot of times, I mean, I don't talk while I'm doing it because I'm really focused on what I'm doing. So you got to learn to get a feel for it because it's got to be at a certain point that it'll do that.
See, now the double back makes sense now.
Yeah, because if you look at it from that side.
Yeah.
And that is called a double back.
Wow, I know more than I realized.
Yeah,
So.
like you know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Now I gotta let it cool, I can't.
Okay.
You're probably gonna have to get down in the fire. There you go. It'll turn bright orange.
Now it's bending.
Yeah, but it's not orange yet.
It's like it's taking control though.
I know. So now just bend it and then go throw it on the table. Yeah, just right on the screen. Yeah. Yep, and then you just flatten it with that. Not real hard, just, yeah. That's it.
Wow.
You use that little radius.
Well, I do, and I'll explain why that comes up. Let's say that I was gonna bend something like one of these, and I was like I needed to bend it in here. Well, I can't get my fingers that close. So what I would do is I'd take a little piece and I'd weld to it as an extension And then I bend it, and then I go back and cut it off where I need.
That's cool.
And what are those used for?
These are part of the PC chief signs I'm making.
So if you wanted to cut, if you needed to cut it to a certain length, this is what you would do.
Yep.
That's wow.
But if I did that here, it would just go.
It would shatter, wouldn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. So, I'm not going to have time to like pump it and everything, but I'll show you how I put an electrode on it. It's called an electrode.
So this is what energizes the
gas.
The gas. Okay.
Yeah. There'll be one at each end eventually. I'm going to quit after I do this one, but,
Okay.
so we can get ready for. That's fine. Yeah, you can just move them up against the building. So again, I'm going to weld this to it, and I'm going to, it goes into a double back.
So you're welding the
Electrode to the unit, yeah.
Okay.
Neon tubes are called units. Once they're complete, we're just calling them a unit.
So you would have one of these on either end of the circuit?
Yep, on both ends.
Okay.
Trying to hide it behind the unit, because then
Ah, so yeah, that makes
now
sense.
actually we paint that part out black.
Yeah.
Okay, so usually I try to stay a lot closer to the pattern than this. I'm just kind of winging it.
So then you would bend that back to form the back of the B, huh?
Right, but I have to put the electrode on first, because otherwise I couldn't do it here. I couldn't get that in the fire.
Yeah.
So what I do is I'm planning where that's gonna be, and then I'm gonna weld an electrode on there. Then I'll come back and bend that. Sometimes you gotta do things out of order.
Okay.
Otherwise you can't get it in the fire. Big units get really challenging.
So if you were making a sign, you would have to make a circuit for each individual letter.
No.
You can just keep it going. You would you could like add to it and extend it and like hide it or something.
Can do it several different ways. You can put sections of letters together. You don't want to exceed 9 linear feet of glass because it's too hard to pump.
Okay.
Now I gotta let it cool off.
So this is the final bend.
Yep. And then I would pump it.
Yeah.
But that's a 20-minute project in itself.
You know, when I was doing that one a minute ago, you could feel when it first started to give way, you know.
Yeah.
You know, going from solid to kind of a fluid or whatever.
The piece wasn't really long enough, but It's okay, you get the idea.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. I appreciate the demonstration.
Oh, yeah.
That's fascinating.
And it's pretty cool because the gases, there's just two colors of gas. The neon is red
Yeah.
and argon's blue. And you never put mercury in the neon, just argon.
How much
Okay.
is one tube?
If you put mercury in neon and then you light it up, after just a few minutes it goes all the way from red to blue. And then you shut it off, let it cool off, and